We're in 30-day challenge. It's great to be here with you. Hope you've really enjoyed the first week, all about resumes, the hiring funnel, and cover letter. And now today we're going to be talking about, this whole week is going to be about social media and LinkedIn and how you can use it to build your brand so that you can get recruiters to call you instead of you having to chase them. So today I want a little bit about the importance of social media in your brand. And we're going to talk first about your professional name. Do you know what your professional name is? Do you have a consistent professional name across all of your platforms? A lot of people don't. I work with people all day. They'll have a resume, which will have one name. They'll have a LinkedIn profile with a different one. They'll say, oh, well, I got married or divorced or, oh, I don't know. They'll have an email that doesn't have anything to do with it. And the most important thing is you're building a brand. Think of yourself as a brand. And you've really got to focus on a brand name. What is your professional brand name? Because that's how people are going to know you going on forever. So it's really important that you establish what your professional name is. One of the things that's happened because of technology is naming, like on Gmail or on Yahoo or whatever, is universal. So everybody around the world can have that same name. And so there's much more competition for names. So it's really important that you find and create a professional name that you can use across all of your media platforms. A lot of times, like I was able to get Diane Huth. There's only about 6 Diane Huths out there in the whole world. There's some lady in Ohio, et cetera. But because my name is unusual and I was able to get my Gmail address and my domain name for my company many years ago, I was able to secure my branding elements in my simple name, Diane Huth. But most people, if you have a heavily competitive name, you're going to have to do something special. I recommend that people use a middle name whenever possible. And it's important because there's going to be a lot of John Does out there. But if you're John, Arthur Doe, there's going to be fewer of you. And there's a couple ways that you use your name. Use your middle name. You could use middle initial. You can also on your professional name add credentials like comma, MBA, PhD, PMP, etc. So you're going to want to build a professional name across your platforms. Number one, you want a LinkedIn page. Okay, so you can go to LinkedIn, and if you're looking at LinkedIn, if you look at the menu bar at the top, you're going to see your name is LinkedIn/IN/, and then it'll have your name with some, and then probably some numbers. If you haven't personalized your URL, you're going to have some numbers behind there. And that is because there's so many different people with your name that they assign people numbers. So you want to personalize that URL. If it's only you, that's great. But if not, you could add a middle name, middle initial, or degrees to try and get that LinkedIn personal permanent branding. You also want a Gmail address that has the same. So you want your Gmail address, and you want your LinkedIn and your professional name. And if you can, get a domain name, a URL in your professional name that you can use forever, because it's going to be so important. We should all have personal websites if you're a professional and you want to do something in the a consulting business, or just to serve as an online portfolio to showcase all of your skills. So I want you to look at consistency across your platform and make sure that if your name is Mary, Ashford Jones, it's that way across all of your different branding materials, your Twitter page, your website, your email address, your LinkedIn page, and your resume, so that you work for consistency. I want to talk about women. When we marry, it's important that you decide what your professional name will be. I recommend that people get rid of their middle name and replace it with their maiden name, and then add their husband's last name at the end. So in my case, Diane, my maiden name was Kloss, and then Huth. So I keep that name so that if you ever become divorced, you are remarried, you could keep still your professional name and people would find you through your different platforms. So we talk a lot about that inside the course. inside the course, which is found at www.reinventyourcareerin30days.com. I hope that you're following along. And when you register, you will be released a new course lesson every single day as part of the challenge. So it's never too late to start. You can start right away, and it'll take you to day one, and then you'll follow up. If you've been following along, like lots of people have, this is the lesson that you're going to find inside the course. There we have a video which details this process and shows lots of examples of how you build and choose and manage your professional name. And I've got 3 exercises in there I'd like you to do. One is to Google yourself and see what you learn, what kind of competition you have out there, how you stand out and how you appear. The second one is to search just your name on LinkedIn. Just put your name, Diane Huth, for example, and see how many people come up with that exact same name. You might be surprised. And then try to find your own Gmail account. We'll talk about that inside. And there's a lot of free things that are going on. Tomorrow, we're going to be giving you an overview of social media, how you can use it to build your brand, and the 6 or 7 different key social media sites that you can use to build your brand. And I'm going to give you a free ebook tomorrow on how to build your social media. You could buy it on Amazon. Of course, I'd be thrilled if you bought it on Amazon, but don't worry about it. I give it to you free inside the course if that's what you like. So head on over to the course, everybody. I will see you there in a few minutes, and we're going to work on managing, selecting, building, managing your professional name to gain consistency across all your touch points that have to do with your personal brand, your professional brand, and building your career. Thanks a lot. This is Diane Huth, the Accidental Career Coach, and I'm going to see you inside the challenge. Bye-bye.